hot. Today, our special guest, a good brother, man. We've been friends for a long time. Finally got a chance to jam together. But before we bring him in for a hot second, I want to let you know that I love you guys out there. Peace, love, and harmony always. That's what this show is about. So, y'all stay chill out there, man, and watch each other's back. This full moon is going to do some strange things out there. Check it out. Producer today, Mr. Mark Lee Extraordinaire, the main man behind the glass, keeping it funky, keeping it fast, always classy, never lacking, never last. My main man, Mr. Mark Lee. So y'all give him a hand out there because without Mark Lee, the show wouldn't run, But today, we're going to chop it up, with, from the musical tip, the funk tip. We're going to, explore some different avenues about what we feel is happening in the funk world. This man is an expert, obviously. His credentials speak for himself, Mr. Robert Harper. We want everybody to, check it out, get into it, relax, go back and watch our shows to your heart content. Also, I want to announce today that we are going to start YouTube Shorts. So that's going to be master clips, miniature clips, 2-3 minute clips on our own YouTube channel. My channel, new YouTube channel, and we're going to show like the best of the best of the best. So, we're going to go through some shows, and we're going to launch this next week, hopefully. No later than the end of the month, but by next week it should be up. You all will see my announcements all over my Facebook page. Thank you guys for always supporting the show, for tuning in. We're like at our 2.5-year anniversary almost, so that's some amazing shit right there. Never thought it would be like this, and all the funk love that we get all the time. Special shout out to my homie Keith Jackson. I love you. As Brendo said, we're gonna keep it moving. Right now, without further ado, Mr. Robert Harper's in the house.
Hey.
What up, money?
Zach Mack.
Look at you. Looking like a brand new crispy $100 bill.
I need my horse.
How you doing, man?
Hey, man. I was ripping and running and gunning this, and I was across town. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute! I got to get back for an interview with Zach."
Got to beam in.
Yeah. So, I'm here. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man. Can you turn your volume up a little bit for me?
Turn it up? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, just a little bit, not a lot. Just a little pinch there.
Okay, how's that?
That's perfect, bro. Now check this out. I'm already like looking in the background. What bass is that?
Oh, that's my Pearl. That's Pearl. Where's she at? Where's she at? Oh,
Yeah, introduce Pearl. I want to see Pearl. Oh God, yes. Hold it up, man. We need to see that.
This is Pearl. My number one bass. Of course, I got you see the Bootsy Collins signed it.
Oh man, Bootsy.
Yeah.
Yo, dog.
He says keep finger funkin', Rob.
Yo, dog. Let me tell you something. That's amazing, man. Your bass just jumped off the page at me and said, "Listen, I gotta go first."
Hey, and let me tell you a true story.
Yes, sir.
My bass got me my first major interview with Bass Musician Magazine.
Wow.
They interviewed my bass before they even knew me.
Yo, I'm telling you, the bass spoke to me just now and said, "Listen, he just holds me up. I'm the real star."
My bass was at a trade show, and I wasn't there. I was walking around and stuff, and I get home and I'm looking, and I'm the bass musician. They got something on YouTube, and I go, "Wait a minute, that's my bass."
Yeah,
I said they need to talk to me. So I contacted the guy. We good friends now, Raw, or how you say his last name, Amador.
Okay.
He's the editor behind Bass Musician Magazine. You might want to talk to him too. He's a cool cat.
Yeah, man, for sure.
We've been partners ever since, man. But it was my bass that got me through that door.
Let me tell you something, man. That's special right there. And just because I know you and you're my brother and everything, man, I am always happy to see people happy with the instruments they have because they bring you joy. That's dope, man. So check this out. Where you from originally?
California, Carson, California.
West Coast, Cali. How long you been on the East?
I've been on the East 2016. What's that? 6 years?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, as a New Yorker by way of North Carolina, welcome to the East Coast. We call it the Beast Coast, as you know.
Yeah.
Because we be beasting over here, Yo, it was fun to play with you at the ball, man. But we'll get into that. But
yeah, we got some more coming, man. I'm looking forward to we got a gig October 15th, right?
Next weekend. I'll be up there. Yeah, man. We're gonna bring the heat, bring the funk, pole power.
Yeah. I'm gonna be up there with y'all singing.
That's what's up. Yo, so you moved to the East Coast, you hanging out, whatever, right? How did you actually run into some of the musicians that you're dealing with now, like Shirley Clinton, Tony, and everybody? Because I know we're all friends on Facebook anyway. Right. You and I have been friends like forever on Facebook. Curtis said, "Hey, you better get this guy on soon." And Curtis is my booking agent, just so you know. Okay. He makes sure he'll tell me, "Listen," in that Curtis voice, "Yo, you got to get this guy on. You got to get him on the show." Love you, Curtis. That's my tribute to you, bro. I love you.
Well, let me go back a little bit.
Go ahead, man.
I first Facebook was the whole thing that got me communicating with everybody, really. But it started off with Gary Granger's from the group Pockets. Remember them?
Yes.
Yeah, I contacted him from California and was asking, what's going on out here, because my wife is from out here.
Okay.
So that's not from a music standpoint, she's from Howard University, she's in business and stuff. But I want to talk to some musicians and find out what's going on out here.
Yeah,
because my idea wasn't to relocate out here. I actually came to see some doctors.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I got out here, I fell in love with the tranquility, all the trees and the deers running around and animals. See, in California, if you want to go see that stuff, you got to you got to take a road trip. And so it was just so nice to really to have that stuff right in my community. And it brought me, like I said, some peace and tranquility I haven't felt in decades, man.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he told me it was pretty cool. And then everybody has had open arms. Who I met next? You know Kevin Walker?
Yeah. Bass
player who's plays with 76 Degrees West, and he used to be with Justin Timberlake, and he plays with everybody out here, know. Those two guys really are the top dogs that's covering most of the whatever comes in here, the gigs, they come through them two first. And then we'll get the crumbs.
Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you just mentioned that group Pockets. I remember Earth, Wind & Fire produced that first song or whatever.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember them because I seen them at Nassau Coliseum. I just wanted to put that out there. I go back with Pockets.
And his brother plays the drums. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the guys are really what surprised me out here was how they welcome the outsider in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I was kind of fearful with that at first because I was thinking, oh boy, they're gonna think this Hollywood guy is out here and he's trying to smash and you know what I mean? And it wasn't like that, man. So
see, and that's a beautiful thing because where I'm at here, they didn't really welcome me in. I had to find people. Nobody welcomed me in. They did it backhandedly, and was not really with my best interest at heart, but smiling in my face. But I overcame that because now I found my tribe. I got about 12 or 13 really solid family Funketeers out here, and I just stick with them. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going through some of that partially still too. Not everybody, but just the majors cats. There was enough to when I can pick up the phone and ask a few questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They was able to direct me and point me in a nice direction. Yeah. And then I got my horn player who's been with me since day one out here, Eugene Chapman. Who's played anybody from Keith Washington to just everybody, And he's a real down to earth brother. He's been over the pad a couple times, and matter of fact, he's on my first two videos. We just did a couple of gigs together. The same day we did the Funketeers Ball, he played with me during the day, and he's just a hard guy. Like I said, I got a pocket of about 15,
and that's good, man. That's all you need, bro. And you got us, you got me,
right?
You got the Funk All Stars, you got Nappy Head. So you in this now, you know what I'm saying? We got you from here. We got your six covered.
That's
guaranteed. We got you. I wanted to ask you, go back a little bit further. what was your like when you started playing instruments and you was choosing? What drew you to the bottom?
I just wanted a guitar. I didn't know the difference between electric or a bass.
Right.
And when my grandmother, God bless her, she rest in peace. When she took me to the music store to look at some guitars, I didn't know the difference. The guy handed me looks like a Tito Jackson guitar. You know,
right.
the kind BB King plays.
Yeah, Gibson, Les Paul.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and I put that on and I strummed that, and then he came with another thing, and he said, "This is a bass guitar," and that's the first time I ever heard that. I was about, I think, 12 years old, and my mind at that time was 4 strings look easier to learn than 6. Bright little kid, huh?
Yo, that's right.
So that's why I went for the bass. I didn't know the difference at that time until I got older, just a couple of years, and I started hearing more bass because now I have a bass at home. I got my little shoebox amplifier made from Sears and Roebuck.
Yeah. It
had a little 8-inch speaker in it, but maybe 20 watts.
With the earplug cord that was like for a hearing aid.
Yeah.
I remember.
All I had was tone and volume. I blew that out playing Skin Tight.
Wait. Go back. All it had was what? Tone and what?
2 knobs, tone and volume. and a little fake red light.
I love it. That's a great story, bro. Classic. That's going on my YouTube channel specials.
These young kids don't know about that old school stuff. You know what I mean? You break down, you go to Radio Shack, get you another speaker.
Yeah.
and you screw off the little plywood on the back and put you another speaker in there yourself. It wasn't all these high-tech speakers they got now, you know?
Yep.
And I rocked that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And I rocked that baby, man. My first song I ever learned on the bass was Skin Tight. And when I played that song for 2 hours until I fried that amp. That same day I learned the song. True story.
Fried it, boom.
I fried it. I put that little amp in my window, and I was trying to show off in front of my friends on the street, you know. And all I knew was doom, 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 doom. I didn't go to the bridge.
Right.
I stayed right there on that groove for 2 hours, and my amp couldn't take it no more.
Yo, that is such a great story because we all did that. You know, I remember the old-fashioned recorders that you had to press down and had that little mic that, like, we used to use them to sing with. You know what I'm saying? I get it, man. I get it. Homemade PAs, taking speakers out of old cars and building cabinets with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Good old days.
Remember those long wooden stereos our parents had?
Yep.
Those long ones that played the LPs, and you had the slide top on the top.
Yep.
My parents had one, and they seen that I was into music, and around 14, they gave it to me and let me put it in my room. I thought I was balling then. I said,
You was king.
They gave me the home stereo. You know that big long one about long as a coffin?
Like a piece of furniture.
Yeah, it's about 9 feet long.
Yep.
I slid that bad boy in my bedroom. And I've been putting on records ever since. Yo,
let me ask you, who was some of the cats or musicians or artists that influenced you?
Well, you know, early on, my bass players were like Jermaine Jackson.
Very underrated.
Yes. But I'll go way back, you know. And of course, Larry Graham. But Louis Johnson was from Los Angeles, so something about that kind of connected with me even more so when I was out there, you know. And I was with Louis Johnson, Larry Graham, and Bootsy Collins, and then Cordell Mawson. Remember him, the late great Cordell Mawson?
Of course, I got him right there, Boogie.
Yeah, very underrated. You know what I mean?
Oh God, yes.
But you know, listening to that Parliament Live album and hearing him on there, I was just, that gave me my timing, man. I didn't have to use a metronome. That was my metronome. Hearing that bass drum on the Parliament Live record album, boom, 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 boom. I listened to that record so much
Same.
I have an automatic metronome inside of me now.
Same.
Which is great for a bass player, you know.
Mm-hmm. The good thing about all that stuff that you just mentioned is that it was in real time. We were learning that. That's why we so funky as, I excuse my French audience, that's why we funky as hell now. Because we was learning that shit in real time. Unlike the people of today trying to catch up and learn it on YouTube or watching somebody else do it. We actually saw the people do it. Right. And that's the difference I try to impart into young people, the wisdom. Like, yo, you better pick up on my wisdom because, you know, I'm not playing this from some guy that showed me. I'm playing this from the guy that did it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. That's what makes you a funky cat, man. Boogie. And of course, I'm down with Donna Sneed, and you know I got Boogie's hats everywhere around me and everything and shirts. But
and that's why, just to stay on that topic for a minute.
Yeah.
When I played, did you notice when I played Mothership Connection at the festival?
Yes.
Michael Hampton was telling me how he, you know how many bass players he's heard play that song, and he was telling me how authentic I was playing it.
Yeah,
and that's because I was doing just like you said. I was taking every little nuances from the real bass, the original recording. You get me? I worked on that song. Most people learn that song in a week or two, and they jump on stage and play it. I've been playing that song for about 4 months before I played it live.
Praise God.
And what happened was when you learn songs, when you learn material earlier. Now this is a little something for some people just coming up might want to catch on this, and some professionals too. I always jump the gun and learn material earlier. You know why? Especially new material. It's because of course you can learn it in a day or two, right? But if you learn it earlier and then you're still practicing it every week until you do your gig, you start hearing little nuances that you missed the first time around. Wait a minute, what is that? And you start getting what they call a better touch. And that's what happened when I did a Mothership Connection. I have a better touch than most bass players because they don't spend the time on that song like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just learn the meat and potatoes and they run gun with it, you know?
Yeah. P-Funk was all about the nuances, man. Yeah. And those little nuances and things, like you said, you know, with Boogie and Jerome, which I was going to met. Shout out to Dennis because I hung out with him in, you know, DC. But like, you know, that, like you said, that album was one of the soundtracks of my life because not only did I learn everything on it, I also learned what everybody else was playing on it. Even though I couldn't play guitar and keyboards, I knew exactly what those parts were. So when I went and put bands together and it was a funk thing, everybody always kind of like, and thank you guys for that, always say, yo, bro, you really listen to this shit. I said, yo, this is what I am. I said, just play this. And then they would play to be like, oh, that's how it fits. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody who ever told me that. That's one of the nicest things somebody ever said. And I'm telling you, I was singing behind what you was playing. And bro, you was playing that shit. Tears was coming out of my eyes.
Thank you.
Kudos to you.
Michael Hampton turned around. I can't wait till that guy puts the video footage up. The guy that, I don't know what's taking so long, but he hasn't put it up yet. You know, the guy that's walking around with the video camera.
Yeah, there's bits and pieces, but you know, it's out there. You'll get it.
But no, he has some better
James Brookenstein, your fans are tuning in. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, Tony told me he just hasn't put it out yet. Some kind
of it's gonna be dope.
Yeah, but he still got some. You seen the guy that was walking around with the main camera?
Yeah.
He put some little stuff up there, but he didn't really put the meat and potatoes up yet. I think he's still negotiating or something with George Darden or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's coming, y'all. It's coming.
That's right. It's gonna work out. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, we should be there in the next 2 to 4 weeks. We ought to be seeing stuff on YouTube. And once I see it on YouTube, you know I'm snatching it and putting it on my YouTube.
We all gonna do that, bro. The Funk Alliance is what we do.
That's right.
I'm gonna put your shit on. I'm gonna put Tony's shit. I'm gonna put everybody's shit on, you know?
Yeah.
Playing with you and playing with Mike Hampton, and of course, you know, Kendra and Shirley and Tony and Jackie and Penda, you know, and you know, all those people, man. When you were up there, and we're gonna get into this, We keep a track of the time. We're hanging out today with the amazing Robert Harper, organically kicking it. We appreciate everybody on the chat line. We love you guys. Stay active. We love you. We're trying to keep funk alive. You guys are a big part of that. Mark Lee, love you back in, bro.
Say that again. We're keeping it alive.
We keeping it alive. Got to. You and I talked about this on the phone when we was prepping the show this week. And on the other side of the half hour, we're going to come to this tough subject about how we keeping it alive and how they're trying to kill it off. So getting back to one little thing, then we're going to jump back into it. Being up there with you guys, was a manifestation that I had always knew was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
When you learned all that early material, did you always see yourself like, I want to be on the huge stage, big stage, just jamming it? Because you're a leader. Leaders always stand out.
Right.
In your neighborhood, did everybody say, oh, no, that's the guy?
Back when I started young, everybody, my neighbors said that they saw something in me,
Yes.
And I was 14, 15, 16, 17, and I was I put together my own bands at that time. There was a lot of musicians around there. Matter of fact, a couple of my best friends, I just turned them into musicians.
Right.
I had one guy tell his mother that for Christmas to get his mother. I said, tell your mother to get you a guitar, man. And then my neighbor next door, I told him to tell your father to buy you some drums.
Yeah.
And I put together my first band like that.
I love it. You made them into stuff.
And that's how I learned how to play different instruments, because we would leave all the stuff in my house, right?
Yeah.
And then I was so into, a lot of people don't know, not only Prince played all his music instruments, but Ray Parker Jr. did the same thing too.
Yes, he did.
And I used to follow him a lot too. But behind him and Prince doing that, I was influenced, and I would pick up the guitar my friend left at my house and strum a few chords, and a few bar chords, and then I get on my friend's drums and play a couple of beats, and then dabble on the keyboards. And then I wasn't no expert, but I knew the fundamentals. You know what I mean? Yeah, the good old days.
When you were growing up in that hood, right, and you're listening to all this great music. And again, we're hanging out with the amazing Robert Harper, man. You're so dope, and I appreciate you, man. I'm humbled and honored. We are.
Thank you.
Likewise. On the show. But you're thinking in advance. You're thinking ahead, right?
Right.
There's a moment when the P hits you. Mm-hmm. Tell me that moment when you said, "Oh, now I'm in it," because the P done hit me.
Well, mine came from Bootsy Collins' Stretching Out album. I had a friend that introduced me to him. You know what I mean? He said, Rob, he's one of my best friends too.
Yeah.
But he heard about all that in George Clinton before I did. He said, you got to check this dude out, Bootsy, Rob. And I came over his house and he had the album, and I was just stuck on this dude on this motorcycle with his perm,
right?
And his star-shaped bass. And I was like, what the hell? I got to go get this. So I borrowed his album for a while. And I played that, and it just put me in I call a funkosis. I just would play it, and it was like I was there in the album. I was there with them. He made a lot of us at that time feel like a part of. You get me? It was real. Black Pride was jumping off back then.
It was special.
Yeah, and he really influenced a lot of. Not just African Americans, but a lot of African Americans.
Everybody, man.
Everybody, yeah.
Bootsy, and thank you for sharing that. Bootsy changed the whole game.
You know why I liked it? You know what was different about him? He talked to us.
Yes, he did.
He didn't just entertain us. He talked to us.
Told us stories.
Yeah, and that's what made it personal. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's right. That song. And man, you're right, because that's one of the ones that like patched into my DNA for sure. Yeah. When I heard that, and
he was really like a narrator.
Yes, he was. Yeah. Yes, he was. And Bootsy last year on one of the things, we was at his birthday party, and he told a story, and he said, "Stretching Out wasn't the first song."
Oh no!
He said that was the last minute thing, and I was playing it, and my father heard. Hallelujah. And he was a minister. He came in the room and he said, what's that? And I said, this dude is the dude that used to play with James Brown. Now he done took off, Yeah. And my father said, really? Because my father always let me listen to what I want. So when he heard that, hallelujah, And then I knew then, I was like, okay, my dad is down with this. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Boosie.
Yeah, he's the one that tied the knot with the funk with me, because before him, I was listening to funk, but I didn't know what it was. Like, I go back to elementary school. Remember Joe Tex?
Oh yeah,
a lot of his stuff was funk. You know what I mean?
And the Sex Lex. I remember, yo.
Yeah. Mr. Big Stuff.
Oh God.
Who do you think you are? Who sung that? Some girls.
Yep, the three. Yeah, I forgot. But you know what's funny? That gospel group, the girls came back and sampled that, and nobody knew that they had took that Mr. Big Stuff hook.
Yeah, you made that bass? Don't.
Yep, Mary took it. Yep. Oh yeah.
That's funk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there's a worm in the ground. Yes, it is.
Ohio plays
6 feet down. I didn't know about no funk back then when I was listening to that, but that stuff used to move me. You know what I mean? And we would have little dances in school and stuff. And when they put on certain songs like that, I knew I grew to the bass heavy grooves more than I did the other ones. You know?
Yeah. You know, it's so great. We're hanging out with Rob Harper, amazing. You know, my producer, Mr. Markley, back there doing a great job. And all you guys out there tuning in, watching this, man, we appreciate you. We love you. Stay hooked in, stay locked in, man, because we're going to show some of his new stuff and listen to some of his music on the other side. But when you mention all of that stuff growing up, they were soundtracks, because one thing you said about 5 minutes ago, Black pride and the movement and the power of the people, of all people, Black, gay, you know, that was all coming out. And, you know, young hippies coming back from the war was all coming out, and everybody band together post Woodstock. Let's do that. You know, we grew up in all of that. And the music was reflection of that. So for every artist that's up in heaven now, I just want to take a second to say thank you. We standing on their shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people that all the time. Whether for the Bootsy Collins and James Browns and, you know, Patti LaBelle's and all those girls back there of the world, you know, the Motown thing, where would we be?
That music helped us get through a struggle.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about.
See, back in them days, you didn't have to have no psychiatrist. You go to your room, man, and boo-hoo a couple of tears and put on some records. And after a couple of hours, you all right.
You're so right. Because this morning I was just doing that. I said, let me go to some old school, and I put on, oh, I seen her face everywhere I go. Oh, man. Have you seen her? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, reunited.
Yes.
Okay. What I want to let the people, the viewers, remind them that we're independent artists trying to push this funk. These videos, these records, this stuff costs money, and a lot of us are like kind of. We got this thing where we don't want to sound like we begging and stuff, but it's not begging. We're just asking. We need you guys support more than ever, man. If you don't want to buy a CD for $10, get a download for $1. It's like donation. Even if you don't use downloads, just donate $1. We need that money to keep making these videos and keep making these records, you guys, because it only gets better and better. But we need your support, really.
And thank you for saying that, because a lot of times musicians, even myself included, we feel some kind of way about even mentioning that, because we just think that it should be like a natural thing. But right now, in these days and times, people got to be very cautious about their spendings, and we understand that. But just think of it this way: if you're watching, think of like the first 50 years, like Bootsy James and Chaka and all of them Earth Wind sustained the business. Now, for the next 50 years, it's going to be us.
Right.
Because we're standing on their shoulders. And then after that, someone will stand on our shoulders. But in order for us to survive as musicians, as artists, as writers, producers, engineers, roadie people, sound techs, girls that run wires, we need extra help.
That's right.
We need extra help. Most people don't realize most musicians be working for minimum wage.
Right. And that money that's coming in for records is not helping me take care of my car or none of that stuff.
Exactly.
It's going back into the music.
Yeah, because you know what it is? They see us on the big stage. They're like, wow, they got this. And then in reality, when you check that, of course, you check your ego, but then we still need help. We're blessed to do this, and we want to do as much as we can for you. But every now and then, a little help along the way would just be like much appreciated, because it will give us more energy and much of a boost, you know. And go ahead and download Robert Harper's thing. Mark, you ready? Let's run that, man. I need everybody out there to download this today. Let's run that.
On the band.
Bounce with me. Baby, baby, won't you bounce with me? Bounce with me. Baby, baby, won't you bounce with me? Let me announce this funky dance, so you all can get up and bounce with this. Now turn it up for my people. We don't want no one to miss. Jump up quickly from the floor. When you come down, you're gonna want some more. Now you're shaking, vice waiting as you're moving on the dance floor. Don't stand there in a trance. All you need is rhythm to do this dance. Just look around and you'll see everybody's moving and bouncing with me.
Bruh.
Is it stinking in here?
Yo. Bruh. Yo. Okay. Who played on it?
I think the number one guy on there who I wanted to get on there is Partner Funkadelic's Greg Boyer.
Y'all hear that? Greg Boyer, all right?
The trombone man, he also plays with Prince and
he's on the Rushmore, Mount Rushmore trombones.
Yeah. Who else? Maceo Parker.
Everybody.
Yeah. So I was honored, and it was an honor and privilege to have him to get on that tune.
One of his B-Funk horns, by the way.
Yeah, he was on a couple of my videos, and I said, I got to get you in that studio, man. And he came down with no problem and knocked that out early in the morning. He's an early morning dude, though. Ooh, Lord.
Now, see, now I got to get him on some of my shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had to now. I got to lock him in.
When it comes to that funk, man, you don't have to tell him what to do. He just come in there and do what he's do.
I tell people, listen, I'll get out the way and sit down over there and go smoke a joint. You just jam, bro, and then I'll come back and then finish cooking it.
You see how long that solo was? That was all improvised.
Yes.
He did that right on the spot.
See, and that's the genius of people like a Mr. Greg Boyer.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we're under his wing, learning this shit directly from him.
Yeah.
So that's why I smile when people tell me my age. I was like, you don't have no idea what I got up here. Y'all don't even know.
That's right.
So who else played on it?
And that fantastic guitar work is from my new guitar player that's been with me now. He's locked in with me almost a year now. Ty Lavelle.
All right, Mr. Lavelle.
He's from the Maryland area.
Uh-huh.
And I saw him playing with my saxophone player, Eugene Chapman. Went out to go, that's why it's good to go out and support other people's gigs sometime,
Got to.
I don't get out much. And my boy was like, come on, Rob, I need you to come down here. And I say, let me come on down here, man. I don't get out the house or nothing. And I'm glad I did, because I discovered my guitar player in his band.
That's how you find people. Who else is on it? Who played drums?
My producer, Mark Showtime Brown.
Okay.
He's the drummer for a rap hip hop group I used to be in called Area 301.
Yes.
Yeah. So he does all the drumming and stuff on there.
And keyboards? Who did the boards?
Keyboards. Oh, Mark did the keyboards too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he did some of the most of the production. And then you kind of cooked the meal once you got all your ingredients.
Yeah, I put it all together. Like everything comes from. I'm really the executive producer, even though I don't put that on the CDs enough. You know what I mean? I put written and composed by Robert Harper. I let him get all the production credits because without him, man, this wouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
My sound is real clean. He was raised around the same era as us, so when I start composing stuff, he's always throwing little subtleties in there, like, man, the bass drum should be doing this, and I'm not a drummer. I could play some drums, but I'm not a seasoned pro drummer. You get what I mean?
Right.
And so it's always good to hear from the drummer's perspective. So that's how we start all my albums. All my albums are bass and drums first.
Right.
Once I lock that down, then I just layer stuff. Usually the guitar comes after that, some rhythm guitar, or what I call some that chicken picking.
Yes.
I like that stuff.
Right.
I grew up off that chicken picking stuff. So I put my chicken picking and my chords in there. And if you get a chance to play that other song later on,
we're gonna play it right now.
Okay, I play the guitar on there. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
The rhythm guitar.
What's the name of this next track we're gonna run?
The Bomb.
The Bomb.
Which we have.
You got the bomb ready back there, hanging out with Robert Harper.
We have a video.
Let's run it. Drop the bomb on him. Y'all better go out and buy this.
All right, soldiers, we are on a mission. Everyone stay in format. I don't want anyone wandering away. Intelligence has informed us that there is a bomb in the vicinity. I want soldiers Ricky Benson, Marvin Meek, and Craig Black to secure all borders and don't let this troop slack.
Hey, Sarge, what is this?
Okay, it's the bomb coming right at ya. A funky groove that will catch ya. We're gonna get you out of your seat, make you wanna dance to the funky beat. Now this music ain't for the scrubbers, for my homies hanging at club, popping, and dropping it down every time we come around in your town. A sneaky, greasy, tight sing it then. Come on, clap your hands. It's a bomb. Just scream and shout. One nation under group is what I'm talking about. Can you lift your hands if you're real fast? Move your feet, don't be the street. You gotta feel that bass. Without, there's no taste. Wherever the music is played, it has to shake like an earthquake. So everybody gather around and listen up, because it's the bomb. Everybody sing it in. Come on, clap your hands. It's a bomb. Everybody sing it then. Come on, clap your hands. It's a bomb. Get away from those players. What's up? How you doing? Oh. The homie, Mark Showtime Brown. Even the beat with his feet. Everybody sing it dance. Come on, clap your hands. It's a bomb. Everybody sing it dance. Come on, clap your hands. It's a bomb.
The bomb. Yo, you strumming it out of that joint. You know what I'm saying? Yo, man, y'all out there, Robert Harper, go support this brother. Like it's fire, man. You know, this is what it is. We support each other. This brother is my brother from another mothership. Congrats, bro. Kudos to that hard work you put in. Yo, man, tell me a little bit more about your collaboration with some of these songs we're going to do together with Tony Cameron and Funk All-Stars. How did you guys meet up?
Internet, you know, I followed him, he followed me. And then we just started talking from there. We struck up a relationship, and then I realized he was in Virginia right next door.
Right.
And, we said we got to get together. We both have the same like minds, you know what I mean? And we both started talking about you know, how to make this funk, how to make this this stuff stronger, you know, strength in numbers, you know what I mean? Like I just finally met after all these years. I finally got a relationship with Robert Woods, the drummer from the Clones of Funk. Matter of fact, after this interview, I'm going to see him playing with another group called Black Rain.
Tell him I said hello.
Thank you. Okay, I sure will. Which is 5 minutes from here, and I'm going to meet some players down there, and we're talking networking and all that stuff.
Hey,
and
man, that's what it is.
And me and Tony, you know, we both. He's like me. I got a production company called J Productions, which I solely run by myself now. My wife helps out whenever she can, but it's a lot of work, man. You know what I mean?
Tell me about it.
And he does the same thing, and you do the same stuff. You got a lot of stuff. Hat you're wearing, and we trying to tie this stuff together and go out. Really, it's like P Funk and them did.
Yeah,
they did Bootsy, Parliament, the Brides, all them, and they all went out there in under one tent. And that's what we're working on right now. You know,
amen.
We get you out there, me, you, Shirley Clinton, some people from the Clones of Funk and the Earthbound Creatures,
Motherfunkaholics.
Yeah, all that. And I've been talking to that guitar player out there from
Jesse.
He's over
I
here.
just talked to him last week. We working on some stuff too for 420.
Yeah, he's over here in Baltimore. You know.
Yeah.
He's been trying to hook up with me for the longest too. So now
he's a good dude, man. They're good people. Him and Eben, they're good people. I just talked to them, man. Yeah.
Yeah. And so you know, it's all we see it all coming together. So we don't want to just talk, we don't want to just start talk. We don't want to just keep talking about it. So this thing, October the 15th, is just a little something of our imagination inching towards that direction.
Yeah.
We just want to, you know, start seeing what's going on there, and then we might. I think we're going to try to do something for New Year's.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
I did the one last year with them, and COVID kind of slowed it. But man, shout out to Brett Murray. The Music Cares, October 15th, up in Lynchburg, Virginia. I love that brother. You know, he's down with us. Yeah, man. Man. Concert for Causes. That's right. I'm honored to do that, bro. Let me tell you something.
Oh yeah,
it's such a thrill for me to help out other people when it comes to the music. Something I actually do, you know, pretty good. So man, this is so cool, man.
See, that's old school people. A lot of these new school people, if they don't see the green, they don't lean. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And see, what you got to understand is while we trying to map this out, and like I said, I don't talk too much online, but you got some first come news right now. I haven't did an interview in about 8 months.
That's okay. I'm honored, bro.
I got a couple promoters that just saw me on YouTube. One is in what do they call that place? I wish my wife was close around. She could tell me. Let me see. Okay, you got Germany, you got Italy, and hey, honey. She can't hear me. It starts with a Belgium. I got it. Belgium.
Wow.
And they asking me already how much money I want and the seats. I got it already. Belgium.
Yo, dude, I got a passport. I'm ready. I keep a go bag by the door.
Good. I'm on there.
I'm ready.
Good. Glad to know that. Yeah.
I'm ready.
We got to check on all the Tony Cam's camp about that too. Because we talk about big stuff like that.
Yeah, it's our time.
But see, to get to that stuff, sometimes we got to do these little freebie concerts and stuff. You know why? We got to put more video out of our presentation. You know, what we trying to sell. And that's what got me over there by just a couple of videos I just did.
Yeah.
They saw them videos and they wanted me to bring that band out there. And I'm like, really? Yeah, that's interesting. And I got people from Belgium. It's real big in funk, if you didn't know that. So
I didn't.
Make you some friends in Belgium. Yeah.
I didn't know that, man.
A lot of funk bands tour out there. They need to let us know this.
Yeah.
But, I'm letting you know right now.
Hey.
They buy your music top dollar. They don't want nothing for free.
Have funk bag, will travel, bro. I'm ready. But going back to something you said that's important. A lot of the younger people now coming up, they're doing the right thing. But we just have to recognize them more. And they are actually honoring, you know, the people that Bootsy work with and all of them, Silk Sonic and all those guys. And, you know, they're doing their thing. And I ain't mad at that.
Right.
But what I think the average person that's in that category, age group wise, demographic, they have to understand funk is a spiritual thing. So this is our church. And like you said, sometimes when you was doing stuff at the church, you didn't get paid.
Right.
Because it was spiritual. Right. We feel that same way about the funk. I tell people all the time, I would play funk for free.
Right.
And not ask a penny because I just love to do it. But it is the business side that we have to get paid because we deserve to get paid because a lot of work goes into what you did just to do those 2 songs.
Oh, man.
A lot of work. A lot of work.
A lot of work. A lot of hours.
Videos, a lot of work, man.
Those songs weren't recorded in a day.
Yeah, no, a lot of work. People don't understand that. Sometimes I could work on a song for 3-4 months.
Yeah.
Just one song. Yep. So let me tell you, hanging out with Robert Harper, you are absolutely amazing. We're at the 1 o'clock hour. We're going to recognize, one of the greats on our history spot today, because we always do a spot. This week, unfortunately, the past couple of weeks has just been people that transitioned on, but we lost Loretta Lynn. And those of you that don't know a little bit about her, we're going to just do 5 minutes, when we do that spot. So I just want y'all to stay tuned for that. We're hanging out with Robert Harper. His new song is called The Bomb. You know what I mean? Bounce with me. And, I was saving that for last. So bounce with me, because we're going to be doing that live in Lynchburg. So y'all need to come out and check out that concert. You're more than welcome, whoever wants to do it. Mr. Mark Lee is scratching at the glass. So Mr. Mark Lee, producer extraordinaire, was bouncing to bounce to this. He don't really dance his head. He don't do his head dance if he don't like the music.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
Yo, so I'm telling you, I know him well. He's going to come on with some fire in a second. Mark, you back there?
Let me give you the date, too.
Yes. Go ahead.
The date for the video debuting is Thanksgiving morning.
Yo, dope.
9 a.m. Eastern Central Time.
Y'all heard that. Thanksgiving morning. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Yeah. Great time, and you are right. I was sitting here bopping to both of those songs because, Robert, you definitely did an amazing job. I actually have a couple of friends that are bass players that I have known for a while. So anytime that I hear some good, strong bass, it brings me back to some friends that I've got that are in the industry and that you may even know and all of that, because definitely Chip Sharon I've known for a number of years. And of course, he's a bass player and all in that space. And then also I am friends and actually grew up around the area with both Jerry and Catrice Barnes. And unfortunately, we lost Catrice to breast cancer, but Jerry, the brother, is still performing with a lot of the jazz cats and R&B cats out there and all of that. So I know that he is a bass performer also that has got those North Carolina roots. So definitely some North Carolina bassists that are part of my friend circle and all in that kind of space. So when I was hearing that thumping, I was going like, yeah, this man knows what he's doing, and he is definitely got some good grooves and all in that space, and definitely having a great deal of respect for it. As I told you when we did our pre-interview, I am a big fan of the blues, and as far as I'm concerned, the blues and funk are basically kissing cousins and all along those lines. So they have a lot of similarities and a lot of even ways that they talk about issues and talk about things in those lyrics. So I was even recognizing some of those kind of early roots music, as some people like to call it, but to me, funk is just a later rendition of the root sound and all in that space. But I'd love to hear your thoughts about maybe even how some of that early music, whether it be jazz or blues, influenced some of your playing.
Oh yeah, as we were, I can remember everything musically. That's a good thing. I'm trying to get a book out here. It's just so many legalities, because I'm mentioning so many entertainers in the book.
Right.
But look for that. Maybe, hopefully, 2023. I got to get it out. I've been talking about it for like 4 years now. But anyway, to answer that question, when I was younger, I would say 3 to 4 years old, that stereo that I was telling you about, Zach, that my parents gave me later as a teenager, well, that stereo wasn't mine then. But my stepfather always had music playing on that stereo. Mm-hmm. And I heard a lot of Dionne Warwick, Burt Bacharach, stuff like that. And what happened was, when we were the kids back in them days, you either played outside or you came in and took a nap.
Right.
There wasn't no in between. You know what I mean? You gonna go outside or you come here, you go get out of my face. You know,
and just come in for Kool-Aid and get back out.
Yeah, you gotta be careful there, because sometimes we come back for too much. We get snatched in. So, but anyway, when I got snatched in and I had to take those naps, I was the older of the 3 kids, and my little brother and sister would just fall out and go to sleep, and I couldn't just sit up and go to sleep in a room with nothing going on, So I would crack my door and listen to that music, and that music was just give me something to just relax me while I'm laying there in bed, locked down.